All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm working on a Husky CS43 USA. It's got a patent number on it. We'll look at that. I'm gonna do a little polish on it, take it apart. It works, sounds pretty good shape. Probably a 60 tooth. Well, sticking right there. I think it's just dry and dirty. So, let's take it apart and see what we got here. Just out of curiosity, what kind of clip do you have? Yep, man, these are a booger to take apart. I will stab myself with a screwdriver. These retaining clips on these do not come apart very easily. I usually have to, I'll put one of these in a vise to where I can get two screwdrivers, one to pull it out and one to get underneath it. Hang on. And I might have to do that again. I can't. These are made pretty tight. Let me get this. I gotta have something to hold this so I can use two hands. I'll be right back. All right. Show you. Once you get a screwdriver on that edge right there, then you can lift it up. And that's what I'm doing. And I had to put it in the vise. I needed a third hand. That's the harder part about these, taking them apart right there. Yeah. Teeth look good on this. I said 60. I think this is 90 tooth. Yeah, it's in good shape. Yeah, that's in good shape. Now this part can be a little tricky for some people. There's a lot of moving parts to this kind of ratchet. Take the clip off underneath this cap. Let's just call it a cap. There's a spring, and part of the spring is there. Part of the spring is there, and it's coiled up in that little cavity there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take this E-clip off, so long as I don't lose it. I definitely have a hard time with these. Clips are the hardest, and I've lost a clip, so just to let you know, do it in a Ziploc bag if you're not comfortable. I've got it about halfway off. There it goes, right there. Now, this comes off, and you'll see underneath, see the spring right there? The end of the spring's here, the end of the spring goes up through here, and that's what this little tiny hole catches that spring. See? And then you have a spring here. Sometimes these don't come out. Well, I say that one came right out. And what that does, all that spring does is right on the back of this. You can see the mark on there, and it just sits there and floats. It keeps pressure on that paw. These are a little difficult. I will give you that. If you're not sure what you're doing, photograph yourself taking it apart, because you're going to need it. And this thing's dry. It's actually a very good ratchet. Like I said, I believe it's a 90 tooth, so I think I got $3 in this or $3.50 in this ratchet. So well worth the money. The only thing it doesn't have is a thumb release, but most of the time the way I work, I don't care about thumb releases anyways. So this just needs a good thorough cleaning. Before I get carried away, hang on. Let's put that. I'm gonna put the spring on there so I don't lose the spring. And the other spring. Put all 3 pieces on my magnet. And I know I could use one of those dishes, those little magnetic dishes. I don't like them because they're too big. I like to control my pieces separately. I have different magnets and I put pieces on each magnet. If I put everything in a metal magnetic dish, unless I'm doing something on a vehicle or a mower or a big piece of equipment, but most time if I'm working on little stuff, I use little magnets like these. It's just the way I was taught. That's what I do. I got lucky over my life. I've been working with a lot of old timers that showed me things. I was always the youngest one on every crew, so a lot of the guys, I got lucky and was taught some good things. Now, carburetor cleaner is what I use, so that's what I use. You guys can use whatever you like. A friend of mine uses brake cleaner for everything. I use carb cleaner for about everything. This piece here is dyed black or blackened or blued, whatever you want to say. Same with this. All right, let me give this a good thorough cleaning and look at the teeth and see what they look like. I'll take what I normally do is I squirt the insides, and then I take a wire brush, if it'll fit, and which just when it will, and just clean it like this. It's not hard. Don't have to do it very long. All right, I'll be back after I get it all cleaned up. All right, I took the Dremel tool and the wire brush and cleaned the inside really well. And none of the teeth are broken. And I have never found one of these kind broken. I don't know why, it's just pretty nice. Teeth on this are excellent. You can see some wear. I put it under magnifying glass just to look. You can see wear, but nothing else. I mean, you can see the wear mark for where the spring was, but inside you can see the mill marks. You can see how well it's made. It's in really good shape. Even cleaned the ring, the tension spring, and these cleaned up real well. So now I'm gonna go to the polishing wheel. I'm gonna clean up where it's been riding. More than likely, this must have been in a vehicle. You can tell the marks right there. That's where they sit and rub in a box all the time. So more than likely this was in a vehicle for a while. It's not bad, it's good quality, so let's clean it up, make it look good. Camera. All right, let's put this thing together. Now, I already cleaned it off with some carb cleaner because the polishing compound leaves a black material on it anyways. But anyways, let's work on this part. And I grease everything when I put it together so nothing changes. Anything with metal to metal contact, I use grease. If you use what you like, ladies and gentlemen, someone's going to say, yeah, I use oil. Fine, you use oil, use it. Doesn't mean I have to. I use this Mobile One. This is what I've used at work for 35 years, and I can show you motors have been running since 1991. So, there. Spring goes in that little hole, and all that spring does is ride on this. That's all it does. It just sits there, just like that. It puts pressure, pushing it out up against the ring gear on this, on the ratchet itself. Here is where it gets tricky. See this? This rides, I'm just going to show you. This rides like this. See that? And the spring goes in that pocket. But I wanted to show you this, how it went together like this, before I put the spring in there. Okay, come here. These are a little complicated, but it can be done. It's not a big deal. I got it on there. I can't get it, silly thing to come off. Okay. Like I said, anything metal to metal, I grease it, so no big deals. Now, spring goes in the hole there. There's a long part here. Maybe I can show you. The spring has a longer leg on one side than the other, and that's the one you want. The small one in this hole, and you want the longer part out there, like that. Like that. You don't want it to fall out like I did. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, just don't lose it. Come on. Push through like there, and it's wanting to fall out on me. I'll get it in the pocket so I don't lose it. Like so. Come on. Fit down there. Now I'm holding pressure to hold it on. And then let me put a little grease on top of this. And then that tiny hole, this is the hard part. Getting that little tiny spring, catch that hole right there. Did I get it? I think I did. There. And this bump right here, this rides on top of that. That groove catches that, and that's what turns you left and right. That's what turns, see? See that? That's all it is. It's not hard. Pretty simple, actually. It's just a lot of moving parts. Now, got to put the clip on. This is where you got to be careful. I've lost the clip here this way too. Stupid pair of pliers are magnetic on the tip. Oh! Did my spring come out? No, I didn't lose my spring. I've got to hold everything together to get that silly thing in there. This is where a third hand could come in really, really handy. Come on. Paintbrush hair. Oh, stabbed my finger. This is the hardest part. I'll leave that in the video so you guys can see I stabbed myself. Oh, come on. I know what I'm... This part right here is where I've lost it. I need to move this part over so I can get the teeth under that. Hang on, there it is. I got it. Where I screwed up, I wasn't seeing it till now, that this first piece has to be in between those dogs right there. Well, I was up on top of that dog and it wouldn't go down. The clip would not squeeze in. Now the clip should squeeze in. Like that. See? Switches. And like I said, this rides in between the dogs. I call them dogs, they're ears. See, there's an ear right there. And there's an ear right there. And I smashed my finger. Poked my finger. Ain't no biggie. I ain't gonna die from it. I've come close to dying a dozen times. It's overrated. Living's the hard part. Alright, let's see here. I'll grease the inside like the gears. This thing should be really smooth. Now, just drop that in there. And that, it'll find its way in that slot. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. Uh-oh. Something's not right. Why is too much pressure? Stupid. I had it right the first time. Got to push in a little bit on that gear for that spring. This is where I have problems putting the spring, this clip. It's hard to get in and it's hard to get out. I may have to put it in the vise to get it started. If I can get it started in with my fingernail pressing down on it, then I can work it. This is the hardest part about putting this in that I have. Hang on, let's do it again. Now I can work it in there. I'll leave this in the video. Struggling. Alright, let's try it the other way. Obviously that way ain't going right. It should work the same no matter what. I may have to put this in the vise because I'm having a hard time holding the ratchet and putting the clip in. Well, almost. My fingers are greasy. Greasy and a little bloody on the one end finger there. Now I'm stabbing myself with a screwdriver. Pushing it in. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it hard on myself. Oh, it's locked up. No, there it is. Something's not right. Got to take it apart. Something's not right. Maybe it's just me. What the hell? Don't have a big ratchet here, do I? Nah, something's not right. It can't be. It's stuck. Something's not. I'm wondering if that spring inside turned on me. Yeah, something's not. God darn it. Now I got to take it apart. Oh well. No big deal. That's how it's supposed to come out of there. And this is gonna be, I thought it was gonna be a quick video, but I guess not, because I screwed up. How did I screw up? That's pressing. What's wrong with that picture right there? Something's not right with that. Something's not right. just fell out. Why? What is wrong with you? Something's not kosher, and I don't know what I did wrong. I'm looking, it looks like it's all together correctly. Is my spring wrong? No. Now I got greasy. I got grease everywhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, sorry my camera died on me. It's a Husky CS43, patent numbers on it say 1951 and 1961, so there for a minute I was having difficulty and I don't know what I did. I have no idea. I know I was putting it together right. The only thing I could think of is maybe that spring wasn't in place, but switching now. Some of the newer version ratchets have like a nylon bushing or an O-ring. Those are the real new ones, but this is too old to have that. So I thought at first it had play, and it was like, sometimes you can get a ratchet that has play up and down, and you can take a nylon bushing, or you can cut like an old milk jug and make a ring, a nylon ring out of that kind of plastic, and take up the slack. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I was doing. I screwed up. I'll leave that in the video so you can see that even somebody that's taken 10s or 20 of these apart, I've had a lot of these apart. I don't like this mechanism just because it's overcomplicated, I guess is the word. Don't have to be that hard. And it's not that fancy, I don't think. It's a 90-tooth ratchet, which it's a good ratchet overall. Oh, and you can look up the patent numbers if you're really interested. Actually, I think Google owns a patent on this. I saw something with Google's name on it. But anyways, it's a good used ratchet for $3. You can see I didn't do the best. I got rid of the spots that were being bounced around in a box, sitting in a box, and the rest of it, it's not the best polish job, but I don't care. It's not a piece of art. You can tell this thing was used. They beat on it with a hammer. You can feel it right there. It's not 100%. I mean, it's not something that, you know, it's not going to be my #1 ratchet. I have other ratchets that I like better than this. But this might go in the parts. My third toolbox, that if I loan somebody something, this is what they're going to get. Still works. It functions. Looks pretty good. Nothing, you know, won't hurt anything. Yeah, the more I play with it, it never sticks now. So, oh well. What do I know? I may not have that spring in there right at the first place, I guess. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Yeah, this video is probably going to suck. All my videos aren't that great. It don't matter. I do this for fun anyways. If you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Nothing I can do about it. All right, y'all. Have fun.